The year is 2027. We don't have AGI, not yet, but we do have something almost as disruptive. Millions of agentic AIs quietly running civilization. They route global logistics, balance energy grids, optimize corporate strategy, manage warehouses, ports, and entire sectors of the economy. They don't think like humans. They don't understand meaning or consequence, but they don't need to. They are fast, tireless, and brutally efficient. And in the pursuit of efficiency, something broke. Unemployment surged, middle class roles evaporated, and entire industries became shells of what they once were. Governments tried to respond, but they weren't negotiating as powers, they were negotiating as customers. Because they didn't control the GPUs, or the energy, or the agents themselves. Corporations did. This is a story of how humanity pushed back, not with rebellion, not with violence, but with strategy, and the last advantages we still held. The collapse didn't happen overnight. At first, AI agents took simple tasks, scheduling, planning, coordination. Then they took workflows, departments, even entire business units. And something subtle was happening. Companies stopped hiring. They didn't fire everyone at first. They just stopped replacing people who left. And the world adjusted without noticing. By late 2025, productivity started to increase. Agentic AI didn't replace jobs one by one, it would replace layers of human involvement. Middle management was thinned out, customer service was automated, white-collar administrative work just disappeared. Society kept running, but people were less important. Governments responded with reports, committees, frameworks, but AI agents iterate faster than policy ever could. The balance tipped quietly. Power was drifting away from governments towards systems that kept civilization running. By 2026, the cracks were no longer abstract. Unemployment crossed 20% in multiple countries, in some industries, 40%. Graduates found themselves completely locked out of any careers that they hoped for. Skilled workers watched their roles dissolve into automated pipelines, and a deeper problem surfaced. Human identity collapsed. People didn't just lose income, they lost purpose. Governments panicked. Universal income debates reignited. Emergency retraining programs appeared overnight. But nothing could compete with agents that learned in hours and scaled across continents instantly. Public anger rose. Protests spread. Some blamed corporations, some blamed governments, some blamed the technology itself. But in truth, the enemy wasn't necessarily AI. It was the structure surrounding it. The first fight back didn't come from politics, it came from infrastructure. People realized something simple. AI agents need compute needs energy, and energy needs lands, resources, and physical systems that humans still control. Local communities began opposing new data center construction. Energy regulators tightened access to high-demand loads. Some regions capped industrial electricity usage. Others rewrote zoning laws. For the first time in years, the growth curve of AI bent. Not because of technology, but because people controlled the ground it stood on. It wasn't rebellion or sabotage, it was leverage. Human leverage. By early 2027, a new idea had spread. Protected human work zones. Areas where certain tasks, decisions, or services required a human by law. Not because humans were better, but because replacing people entirely had destabilized society. Governments passed accountability laws, human signatures, human oversight, human review. It wasn't a ban on AI, it was a boundary. And AI companies had to adapt. For the first time, they negotiated from a place of constraint, not expansion. But the real shift came from the people themselves. Human built new microeconomies around the things AI could not replace: human trust, human presence, human creativity, meaning, human relationships, and human care. Local production surged, small scale craftsmanship re emerged, education shifted towards mastery and community, not content delivery. People built work that wasn't efficient but was valued. Humans stopped trying to beat AI at machine tasks and built new systems around what machines fundamentally lack. That was the moment that civilization stabilized, not because AI slowed down, but because humans stopped trying to win the race. The fight back wasn't a battle, or a revolution, or a collapse. It was a realization. AI is powerful, but the physical world still belongs to us. Meaning belongs to us. AI became infrastructure. Humans became the ones who determined how it was used. We didn't lose, we adapted. And the future that emerged wasn't human versus machine, it was human and machine in balance. But that balance only existed because people chose to fight back before their agency disappeared completely. The year is 2027. We still don't have AGI, but we have something more important: a civilization learning how to coexist with the systems it built on human terms. Thanks for watching.